Okay. Hope my screen is visible.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll take one problem statement in desktop. Okay. So I should not forget, and then we'll go to cloud one. Okay. So here we will see like how to calculate the leap year. Okay. Suppose we have to build a problem statement. Okay. Where we have to find out the given year is a leap year or not. Okay. And when we are considering it's a leap year basically, okay, when it's completely divisible by 4, right? So when it's completely divisible by 4, so what is our problem statement? We have to take input year, okay, input year from user, right? Then we have to find out it's a leap year or not. Okay, if it's a leap year, then we'll mention yes, yes, it's a leap year. Okay, but if not, right? If not, we will mention it's not a leap year, right? And we'll mention please enter the year again. Okay, please enter the year again, right? This is our problem statement, right? So what should happen again? It should go back to the step number 1 to take the input from the user, right? uh, let's go and build it. Okay, so maybe I can mention leap year. Let's create it. Okay, so reason being of taking this problem statement is like that, right? So we don't have any such activity basically, okay, which by using it we can calculate the leap year or some, right? So in such scenario, what we have to do, we have to take the help of the scripting, okay? In such scenario, we have to take the help of scripting basically, right? So by using the scripting, maybe we can find out whatever we operation we have to do, right? So first we will see take the input from the user, right? So how to take the input dialog box, right? We'll mention enter here. Here we'll mention please enter enter year, okay? And it will get stored into the variable. Maybe we can mention variable as a year. Okay. Now we have to find out this year is leap year or not. Okay. So here, ideally, if you see, right, we don't have any operation or activities available. By using it, we can calculate the leap year, right? So in that case, we can take a help of scripting. So here we can take a help of any of the scripting, maybe VB script, Java script, Python script, right? But most easiest is VB script. Okay, normally people can understand, and it is very easy to implement as well. Okay, in
VB script, right?
right VB script.
Okay.
Okay, so here we can mention VB script. Okay, run VB script. Okay, so here we have to do the scripting, right? So here we have to use some VB script functions basically. Okay, maybe you are aware, right? When we are saying it's a leap year, basically, right? Leap year means mod 4 is equal to 0, right? Means it should be completely divisible by 4, basically, right?
Yeah.
So this function is already available into the VB script. So we have to take the help of the VB script. So for example, result is equal to, right? Then we have to take the variable. Which variable? Year variable. Okay. Year mod 4 is equal to 0. Okay. So it will find out like if it's divisible by 4, the mod should be 0. Okay. And now we have to display this output, or we have to print this output. Okay. So how to do that? W script dot echo and result is a variable. Okay, so what will happen? The output of this will get stored into this variable called as a VBScript output. Okay, save. And if you want to see this output, we can use this display message. Okay, so what we can do, we can give this VBScript output. Okay, just for our understanding, like what output it gives. So we are running this. Okay, so for example, I'm giving 2001. So it will give the output as a 0. Okay, so 2000, it's not a leap year basically, right? So it is giving the output as a 0, right? But if you are giving any leap year, for example, 2004, we can, right? 2004. So it is giving as a -1. Okay, so if the result is equal to -1, it means it's a leap year, right? And if its result is not equal to -1, means it's not a leap year, right? So what we can do, we can use a if condition.
If condition.
If condition. So VB script output is equal to -1, for example, right? It's a leap year. Else, it's not a leap year. This, right? Here, maybe we can display message. We can say, yes, it's a leap year. Okay. But if not, we'll mention it's not a leap year. It's not a leap year, right? Please enter the year again. Right?
Hmm.
And now in this scenario, what should happen? Our flow again jump back to the step number 1, basically, right? So how can we do that? With the help of label concept, right? We have seen this multiple times. So we can give the label here.
So we are first time using label.
No, we have already used it. We can use this in it, okay? Or we can mention the start of the process, for example. Any name we can give here, right? Start of the process. So how to use this? By using the go to. So what it will do, it will go to that particular action. Okay, it will go to that particular action, and here we can select the this start of process. Okay, so what will happen if it's going to this step, right? Directly, this will jump to the step number 1. Okay, the purpose of go to is, right, if you want to go back to any particular step, okay, because here we don't have any facility like we can jump back to any particular step, right? But if you want to go back to any particular step, right, maybe before or after, anything is fine, right? So it will go here. So we have seen this, right, during our training order system, right, where we have seen, like, in case we are getting any error into the initialization, right, directly it will go or it will jump back to the end process. So we have seen this there. So now maybe we can run and see. Okay, enter here, for example, 2001. Okay, it's in 0, means it will go directly, it will say it's not a leap year, please enter the year again. Okay, again it went to the step number 1, and now, for example, if you are giving 2004, right, it will give the -1, and it will say it's a yes, it's a leap year, and our process will stop after that, right? So the reason of taking this example is we can get idea about go to, right, label, and as well as scripting as well, right? So suppose maybe like we are not aware of any scripting or something, right? So maybe we can take a help of Google or something, or maybe Chat GPT, right? Can get a code, uh, basically we be code, or maybe Java code or Python code, and we can run here. But when we have to use this, in case we are not able to do something with the help of our action, then only it's required. Otherwise, very well we can use our actions. Okay.
Yeah.
So please try this.
Vaibhav, can you open the VB scripting? Yeah, thank you.
Okay, please let me know once
Yeah, just
uh,
yeah, it is working.
done, right?
Yep.
Okay, fine. So we'll go back to
So,
our
so just to make it clear, right, Vaibhav, because maybe I was not there on that particular lecture about label. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, so do you know sometimes we use the loop process, for loop.
Uh-huh.
So for loop would also do the same thing, right? It would go and repeat it.
No, yeah, it will repeat it, right? But here we have this condition, right? Like if the condition is true, then it will not repeat,
Okay.
right? And when it will repeat, if you have the multiple inputs,
Yeah.
right? Multiple inputs, multiple files, multiple values, basically,
Okay.
right? Still will it will work. But here we are taking only single input,
Okay.
right? We are just taking only single input,
Single
and
input.
we have the requirement if this condition meets, right? Then it will stop the process. But if not, again it will go and it will start the process from the
Okay.
step.
Okay. Got
Right?
it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back to cloud again. Okay. So here, as we discussed right on that day, few of the templates are by default available, right? So we'll see few templates today. Okay. So just go to the templates, for example. Just go to the templates. If you go to the templates, right here we have a lot of already templates are available. Okay. So suppose if you want to go for a OneDrive, right? OneDrive. So we are having a lot of templates are available related to the OneDrive, right? So suppose maybe we can take this example, okay? Like copy files from OneDrive account or folder to another, right? So what it will do basically, if you go inside, the flow will be already ready, right? We have to just provide our uh, to and from folder. Okay, so what it will do, it will copy the files from OneDrive account to folder or another OneDrive account. Anything is fine, right? So sign in. Okay, and okay, we'll use this. And this is a normal one. Okay, this is not the business one. This is a normal OneDrive
No.
account. Continue. So if you click on the continue, right, it will ask you select the folder basically. Okay, so maybe let me log into the OneDrive. OneDrive. Always.
Why change this? Okay, perfect. So suppose here we are having this, right, and maybe I can, here we have the attachment basically, right? So what we can say, as soon as the file is available here, right, it can be moved to another folder. So I will select at least root from here, the attachment. Okay, so when a file is created into attachment, so where we want to move, right? So maybe we can give any other folder location. So maybe I can give, for example, documents or invoices, right? I can give the invoices. So we can go here, invoice. Okay, maybe output file, for example, in invoices, output file, right? So save. Test. Right? So as soon as the file is available into the attachment, right? Upload. Maybe any file, right? And then, for example, this. As soon as it's available here, right? So our flow is started now. So what it will do, it will move the file or files, anything is fine. Okay, file from one that folder to the another. Add a file into, yeah, we have added. Yeah, I think it replaced, right? So might be the reason.
Yeah, that's what.
Is it available here? Attachment. It's uploading. It's showing uploading.
Yeah.
Maybe due to image, it's taking time. Okay, uploaded. And then our flow should start it. Okay, so it's showing yes, we uploaded successfully, and now it should store that file into the output file, right? So we can go my files, invoices, output. File. Okay, so you can see, right, that file got moved into this particular. Okay, so in this way, if you want to move any files from one folder to another folder, we can use this template directly. Even we don't need to take these actions and use.
But normally, okay, yeah, OneDrive. Yeah, so we're
Uh-huh.
moving from OneDrive to OneDrive, right? OneDrive common
Yes,
folder to a specific folder.
correct. Or maybe if you want to move from OneDrive to the Google Drive,
Yeah. Okay.
right? That also we can. So these are just template. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever are available, based on that we can use it, right? So similar way here we have, right? This like we can move from OneDrive to the Google Drive.
Yeah.
So please try.
How to add
That template.
no. How to add if I want to go into my, because it shows business, right? OneDrive for business sign in
No. So in that case, okay. So go to the just templates.
templates. Yeah, you search for OneDrive.
OneDrive. So here it will show all the templates, right? But we want to go for a OneDrive, for example. And here we have, see, where, okay, this one.
Yeah, this one.
Copy
Yeah.
files from
Yep.
one
Yep.
OneDrive account to the another.
I went
Just
into that
hmm. So it
and
will
now
ask to
sign
sign in,
in.
right? Just
Yeah.
click on sign in and give your OneDrive account ID.
But,
That's it.
but you know that, right? The one which I'm using, which is the business one, right?
You are using business or normal one?
The business one. Do you know that the one we got it from?
Okay, okay.
So how to
Okay.
add another account? Can we add another account like we used to?
Yes. So what you can do, you can sign out from there.
If I sign out, then it would be no. It would sign out from that particular account, right?
No. See, this is for business. Okay, like maybe
Personal to business.
okay. So whatever we have seen, that is for personal. But if you want to use for business, right?
Oh, add
So
new connection. Okay, I'm getting
add new connection.
uh, I'm not able to do it, but that's fine. I understood. It is giving me error somehow.
Okay, so please share like, so it's a sign in error or
Yeah, sign in error.
okay, sign in error. Okay, then sign in. So
Okay.
this is OneDrive for business. Okay,
Yeah,
OneDrive for
this is
business.
the one which, do you remember this one we created on day one from the
Correct, correct.
template, right? So it
But
is
I think when you have created with your personal account also.
Outlook as well, yeah.
So can you please try?
Yeah.
Just
So
go
what
there.
I'm trying to do is add new connection over here, right? And when it goes to, this is the personal one. It says it's done, but it's not showing up over here. It doesn't show up. Yeah, if I say add new connection again, because maybe this one is OneDrive for business, two OneDrive for business. That's why it's not
No, no.
appearing.
So what we have to do here, we have to go back, right? And we have to select the personal one, not the business one actually.
So I couldn't find the personal
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Is there. Okay. Just scroll down.
But this is OneDrive, which
No, no,
we
no.
was trying.
No, no. Go down. Go
This
down.
is
Go down.
business.
Go down. Go down. I think now it will come. See, copy file. That one.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Got it.
Yeah. Now you can see. Do that.
So under this ID, I am able to sign in into my personal ID.
Yeah, yeah, that is fine. So it is not necessary like we can log in with that ID. Okay, whatever ID you have, we can connect to that ID.
Okay, got it. And now, oh, that's-
So first, you have to click on the run test basically. First, click on the test, otherwise it will not. No, no. Here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so similar way, like here we have different types of connectors, right? So now we will see in case we are getting the emails, okay? In case we are getting the emails, what we have to do, right? That attachment we have to save, right? To personal OneDrive, okay? So for example, this one, this is business one, okay? That's will mention Gmail.
So Vaibhav, when we are using a program, like when we are trying to build up a process, automation process, and if we want to use these templates into those personalized processes, we can use it, right?
See, those templates you will not able to use it directly. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to build it.
So like, say for example, if I'm building a process, a customized process, right?
Uh-huh.
And if in that process, if I want to use this template, we can't use it?
No, no, no.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is like the separate entity, basically. like
Okay.
like we are building buildings, it's separate entity. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
So now if you want to build it, right? For example, save the Gmail attachment to your personal OneDrive, right? So we can select it, and here we have to give the connection of your Gmail as well as OneDrive. Okay, this
Yep.
connection. So it has already taken the default connection, for example.
Yeah.
Click on the create flow. Okay, go back to the edit. Right, so already it has built these things here, right? So here we have to give the uh, email, for example, right? If you want to give any filter or something, right? Those filter we can do. It might be the from, or it might be the subject, right? And obviously it should be always checked. So you can see it is
Yes.
already checked, right? So here maybe I can give, for example, from this one. And what it will do whenever it receives the email with this attachment, this flow will run and it will store into the attachment. So you can see it has taken by default attachment also.
Yeah.
Right, if you want to change the folder, we can go and we can change the folder variable, right? So now maybe we can mention save and test, right? So I can go to my account and I can email myself. Okay, testing, for example. Here we are giving the attachment, right? So whatever that attachment we have, for example, this one, right? This one, and send this email. Okay, that's right. You can send the email and it is already running, right? So what it should do, as soon as this email reaches, right, it will upload this attachment to the OneDrive. So it's running. Let's see. Okay, why it is showing like this? Address not found. Okay, I have given the wrong email ID. So Let me send it.
Same way we can do it for an email.
Anything.
Email coming
For
from,
example, Outlook, any
so from
email ID.
Outlook to a shared drive,
Yes, yes,
network drive, right? That also can be done.
yes, yes. So now you can see it is completed, right? And if you go, it has, I think, in the attachment, right? It has added into the attachment. So you can see both the files are added.
Yeah.
Okay? So please try this as well. Then
Just
okay.
Yep, done.
Okay. So if you see here, right, we are using this connectors directly, right? For example, OneDrive connector, or maybe the Gmail, right, or any other connectors, basically, right? But just imagine if those connectors are directly available into the organization, right? Then it can it can be the case like the data can be moved from your organization to any maybe personal drive, or maybe anyone can send via email also, right? So ideally, when we are working with the organization, right, the organization can block any of the connectors. Okay, there is a possibility like data can be transferred from your organizational ID to any other, right? It might happen basically. So here we have such facility also available. It's called as a DLP, okay, data loss prevention policies, right? So how can we restrict any of the connectors, right, for using in any of the environment, right? So we can go here and go to the admin center, because if you are using the office laptop or office environment, right, will not have the access to Gmail or maybe any personal drive, right? So we can go to this environment, right? If you go to this environment, right, here we have policies, right? Policies. So two types of policies are there. Okay, they have added something. Okay, I'm not sure like what is this. Okay, maybe it added recently. Right? So I can tell about data policies and billing policies. Okay. So what do you mean by data policies and billing policies? Right. So by using the data policies, we can restrict the use of the connectors. Okay. Means we can block such connectors. Then user will not able to use those connectors. And even though user is going to use it, right? The user will not able to build the flow. Basically, the flow can build, but it will not run, or it will give the error or warning, right? And the billing policy means uh, here this is like Power Platform Admin Center. Okay, so here we have to purchase AI Builder license, okay, or any Azure services, for example, or it might be anything, right? So in that case, what happens? Suppose like most of the time the subscription will get renewed, right, after a month or something. So by using these billing policies, we can restrict the usage of that particular service. Okay, so this is the main goal of this billing policies. Okay, but I don't have any subscription or something here with this ID, so I will not able to show you, but the main important is the data policies. Okay, so this will be taken care by admin only, but right, it will be a question most of the time, right, interviewer will ask. So we can go to the data policy, right? We can mention the new policy. Okay, but which environment we are? Let me go and see once. Okay, we are in a default environment, for example. Okay, let's, so data policy. Click on the add policy. Okay, so maybe I will mention Gmail connector. Okay, Gmail policy. Like user should not use the Gmail. Click on the next. Okay, and here we can search the Gmail, for example. Right, at a time we can block multiple connectors also. Okay, it is not necessary like in a single go, right? We have to do it, or we have to do it separately. It doesn't matter. Right? So I have selected it, and then I have to click on the block. Can you see this block option here? Block. So it will go under the block category, right? Click on the next. If you are corrected to this will not be violated any rules here. Please use remove custom connector from the policy to next. If you have already added a custom connector to this policy, there will be violated by any rules created here. Okay, let's see. Click on the next. Okay, and here it will ask like you want to add it to the all the environment, or if you want to add it for multiple environment, or if you want to exclude any particular environment, right? But we have only one environment, so we can click on the next and create a policy, right? So now a policy has been added here, right? A new policy has been added here. Now, if I'm going to use these connectors, right, what will happen? We'll see. So I just refresh it, maybe refresh once or twice so that it can take a effect. So just click on the create. I clicked on the create. Okay. And suppose I want to create a connector for Gmail, right? Suppose I will go create when a new email arrives. Okay. When a new email arrives, maybe we can add something. We can add like AI document. Okay. Extract information from document. Which AI model, right? We can select anything. It doesn't. From attachment, right? Now we have built it. Maybe we can apply this filter and all, right? Maybe in a way, right? And click on the save. Okay, so can you see here? It is giving this message. The operation violates the admin data policy, Gmail policy, which restrict the use of the connector shared Gmail, right? So we will not able to save and we will not able to use this particular connect, right? So by using this data policy, we can block those connectors, right? Those are not authorized by the organization, basically. So this is the main purpose of this data loss prevention policy.
But Vaibhav, so
Mhm,
normally in any organization, these
mhm.
things are taken care by data administrators, right?
Correct, correct,
So they would not even like as a BA or as a RPA developer, we would not even have access to
correct, correct, correct.
the data
But
policies, right?
correct, correct. But why I'm taking example here because interviewer, right? They will ask these questions
Okay.
normally.
Okay. No, no, I'm just wanted to clear my mind.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, obviously. So obviously, like as a VA or maybe lead or solution architect, right? They will not do these things, right?
Yeah.
So they will have separate admin team. Basically, they will be taken care of all the things.
Okay. That's
So
good.
when they will set up these environments, right, and when they will grant access to the users, right, they will taken care of all the things. But just to want to get an idea, like
Yeah.
what is
Got it.
DLP policy, how to do it. That is the reason I have taken this example. Okay, no worries. Maybe just try and see how it works.
So let me know what this is done.
I am available.
Done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now we'll move to the next. Okay. We'll go back to our AI model. New AI model. And now, like we have seen few models, but still few are painting, right? So now we will go and see for the language. Okay, so detect the predominant language of a text document, okay, or maybe any input, right? So if any text input is receiving, right, it will verify like which language it basically, right? So we can go here, right? And if you click on the view documentation here, it will show you. Okay. Okay. So it will script version language for it. So if you go here, right, it should show which language it supports, but it's not showing what language. So it will almost support language studio website language. Uh, okay, but it will show you like all the like most of the language it will support actually. So why it is same thing as- Okay, that's fine. Maybe yeah, let's see. It's given no here.
So technically, it would like say, for example, some document is in French, it will convert it into whatever language you want, or any
Uh, no. What it will do, it will just detect that language.
in the document itself, right?
Correct. So
Oh,
the model analyze the text and return the detected language and confidence score. That's it.
okay,
Okay, so it will just identify the language,
got
but
it.
it will not do any conversion basically. Okay.
Okay, okay,
So suppose we have to find out like any email is getting, right, and within that email like what is the language, right? So that can be find out with the help of this model, right? So what we can do, we can go to the AI model. Okay, not required, right? Because this is the default one. We can't do any changes here. So we can go to the automated cloud flow, detect language. Here we mention Gmail. Okay, but before that we have to unblock it, right? So suppose I have added the Gmail policy, either we can edit it or we
yeah.
can delete the policy. Okay, I can go here, select. Okay. So if you want to give any filter, we can give the filter criteria. Otherwise, it will work for all the uh, emails, right? And here we no need to be worried about attachment, okay? Because it will just work on the body part, right? Like whatever the body, whatever the content we are receiving to the body, right? And after that, we can able to get the language, right? Which language it is. But it might happen sometimes like we can have HTML tags, right? HTML tags or some images are there, right? So to fetch the data from there, right? Here we have to use, okay, HTML to text. Okay, so in case if we have any HTML to text, right? So what it will do from that email, it will take that body, right, and it will convert it to the text. So here we can mention as a body, okay, or anything. For example, if you want to understand for subject, right, so we can go for a subject. If you want
to find it out for the body, we can give it as a body, right? So it will convert it to the plain text so that model can be able to detect it easily, right? So which model we have to use then? Plus AI, language detection model. Language, okay, detect the language promptly, right? And here we have to give the input, right? So what will be the input? If you go here, it will be the plain text content, okay? So the output of the previous activity will be the plain text content. We can select, right? And now suppose like if you want to find out any or if you want to give any particular condition, right? Uh, if this language basically German language or maybe Hindi or English, right? Then we have to perform certain steps or we have to send an email, for example, right? So that also we can do it here by applying the condition, right? So here we have to give plus new step and it can be the multiple emails also, right? Or it might be the multiple results. So what we can do, we can use this apply to each. It's like a for each loop basically applied to each, right? And here we can give the input as a result, right? The output of previous step will be as input, right? And then we can find out about the your language, right? So here we can give the condition, right? Condition, this condition, right? So by default it will take yes, no, right? It's very similar to the if condition, right? So here we can mention language, right, is equal to maybe fr, right? For example, fr. Then what should it do? Basically, it should send an email, right? So we can mention send mail. Maybe we can use this one, or let's see if we can allow the Gmail. Send the email, right? So we can send the email at gmail.com. Okay. Detected language, it's right, and here we can add a body. Okay, so here we can mention uh, language is, oh, and we can give this language here. And if you want to give what was the input basically, right? So that input also we can give it here, right? Languages, and here we can mention email body, and we can provide this plain text. Either you can give the plain text or as it is email body also we can give by selecting this body, right? So based on the requirement, right? So save. Not be able because it's not compatible. Oh my god. Let me refresh. So this is on cloud. Okay, so it might take some time actually to get refreshed. Okay, let me refresh it. Otherwise it should not be the problem. So we can go here. I will not provide anything. Plus HTML, right? HTML content. Let me try to save it. Okay. Content is required. Okay, perfect. So now we will not get any error. So we can go here. We can provide a body, email body, right? We have provided the email body. Then what is the next thing we have to do? Right? We have to select the model. AI language. Detect the language. What is the input? Plain text. Right? We have given the plain text. Now the next step is we have to find out the language, right? But it can be a maybe multiple emails, right? So we can give apply to each. Is applied to each, and here we can provide input as a result. Okay, so what is the result? The result from the previous one, right? And here we can apply the condition if language is equal to UFR, right? Then we can send the email, for example. Send email. Whom we want to send email? Subject, language, text, and in the body we can mention body is okay. So what is the body? Plain text and detected language is within the language, right? And save. Still it's showing the same workflow was saved but could not enable because it contains. We already did it. Okay, no worries, right? Rather than wasting the time, just try this, and after that, maybe, for example, right, random sample we can create. So here we can get something from the FR, right? F, this one, right? Maybe we can copy this and we can send email to ourselves, like, okay, and then we can test it and see it is working on, right? So please check. Meantime, I will also build once again, but meantime, you people can start. Right.
It is giving same error, what you are getting, Vaibhav.
Hmm.
Your flow was saved but could not be enabled because it contains connectors to applications which are not compatible with Gmail connector.
So for that, we have to log in, log out. let's do this. Let's save this. Oh, I don't know. Let's keep it like this. Because we already removed it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, set up.
Maybe if you don't use Gmail and if you use maybe Outlook, that will work.
Yeah, Outlook should work.
Because your
Outlook should
Outlook
not.
is anyways working, right? So maybe it has problem with Gmail.
Okay, no worries. Let me check here. Let's see the last try. Okay, no, not sure. Maybe they have changed some time or something like after blocking. Okay.
So what I did was I blocked it and I unblocked it straight away,
Mhm.
right? But still it's not working. So
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. Maybe they have added some timeline or something, right? So we can mention manually figure out. Okay. So we don't require this one, right? I will take as a texting. Okay. After that, AI builder, um, language. I can use the language. Okay. So input, right? You can use as a input. I can give you as a input, right? And after that, what we will do, right? We will write into the here. What I want to one. Right? We'll go to the OneDrive.
but in so if you go to manual trigger, if we trigger it manually, right? And if we select email and we enter our Gmail address over there, then what?
Here,
That would work, right?
here you are saying.
Yeah. So rather than using input, if we use Gmail as our
So
yeah,
this one you are saying.
yeah. If you select email and if you add your Gmail address,
No, it will not work.
that would not work.
No, it will not allow to establish the connection.
Okay.
Okay, right. So that's fine. Maybe and then what we can do, we can create a new file here. Where it gone? What's happened today? Huh. Okay. So output file, right? So for example, I can create a Excel here. Like one is for input, right? Whatever what input we are getting, and another one is like language. Okay. So we are maybe input text, input text, and then language. This table. The table. Got it. Go back. New step. So this is my personal. This is one drive. One drive. So no, one drive. Prime. Excel, right? We'll take this one drive. Here we go. But still it's giving some error. Right? We are not using Gmail anything, right? So we can give the folder invoice output file. It is an output file. Excellent. Right. File. Okay, yeah, it's book one. Okay, I forgot to change. Table. Table is a language, right? So here we can give input text as an input and language. And give this as a language. Hopefully it should work. Okay, test. Okay. I don't know like what happened to this today.
Let us try.
Yeah, please. This is not enabled. Okay, so here it's working.
So when we are adding a row, right,
Mhm.
at the bottom, add a row in table.
Uh-huh.
For language, we need to select the language
This,
EA thing, right? Yeah,
this one.
yeah, that's what I thought. It is giving me the same error what you were getting.
Okay. Which error here? Here I'm not getting any error. Which
No, no.
error?
So when I'm clicking on test,
Uh-huh.
it's not giving me.
So there is a one thing. Can you share your screen? We'll check. So are you using in incognito mode, Arpan?
No, no, no.
Okay.
Regular
Mm,
one.
okay, ready to go. Test. Not sure. Might be there is some glitch. But now, when I tried next time, now it is allowing me.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that is what. um, Because sometimes in weekend and all, right, they will do some patches or maybe little upgrade, right? Might be the reason. Maybe try after some time. See,
yeah,
I tried one more time,
and
and
it worked, right, for you?
see here, if you go here, right, so it is allowing me.
Yeah.
It is allowing. Okay, fine. We'll see only one more, and maybe we'll stop there. Okay, no worries. So now we will go and we'll see the next model is find out the sentiment. Okay, so if you want to find out the sentiment, like it's a positive sentiment or negative sentiment, right? So that also we can do based on our input, right? So we can go to the sentiment. This one, okay. So you can see it was easy to sign up for online bill payment, right? So sentiment is positive. to random, my device stopped working after 2 months. So it's a negative sentiment, right? So basically, it will it will divide into the three category: positive sentiment, negative sentiment, and a neutral, right? So it has three sentiments. So based on input, it can identify the sentiment. All right, it might be related to anything. Okay, it might be related to the customer reviews. It might be related to the social media or any input text. Okay, so it will divide into the three categories like positive sentiment, negative sentiment, and neutral sentiment. Okay, we can build it. Yes, done. So this is maybe we can say as a text, then AI builder, sentiment, okay, positive or negative language, and then it supports this language, okay. So we can say it as English, and text might be the input from previous text, right? And again, I will create uh, one more Excel file as a new Excel workbook. With the name, sentiment. Okay, fine. So input text, and we can give the sentiment. Sentiment. Okay, what is the sentiment of the user? Here. Okay. That Excel contract are rolled into a table. The file output sentiment, right? Okay, I have given the table, right? Okay,
Why it
that's
is
fine.
showing table one? Because you give
Just
sentiment, right?
let me go. I think I have given the sentiment, right?
I think today it is in weekend mode.
Whatever. No. Yeah, see, I have given sentiment and it is taking table one. And here it's showing correct again, like input text and sentiment. Like, input. So we can give as a input, and this is a sentiment. Okay, sentence sentiment, for example. Test. So we can give this sentiment, for example. Hit run, and it will give the input text and along with the sentiment. So what is the sentiment? Right? So in this way, this is like neutral. Maybe if you want to find out another resource to neutral. This is positive, right? So if you run one more time,
it will show you the positive. Okay, so please try this.
Yeah, it is working very well.
Okay, perfect. Fine. So maybe the rest of these models, right, we can see into the next session, right?
Yeah.
And we'll stop here. And
Okay.
match, I think it's suspended.
Oh yeah. It, it's moved to tomorrow now. Tomorrow is another day, right?
Right,
Reasonable.
right.
But I'm
Okay.
surprised that you are not interested in those India-Pakistan classes.
No, miss, I'm seeing, but I will just see the scoreboard. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I woke
I
up at
will just.
5 o'clock in morning today to just to watch